There are so many self-haircut quarantine videos out there. There's a lot, and I have not made one. I keep getting asked I should make one. Can I make one? And when will I make one? But you know what? I don't think I will. I don't think I'm gonna make a how to cut your own hair video. The biggest reason is because I don't know how to cut my own hair, because I don't believe in cutting your own hair. There's a lot of reasons for this and why I never even learned to cut my own hair. The biggest thing is, like, I get a lot of clients that comes in my shop and they would say this is the first time they've been in a barber shop and they've been cutting their own hair this whole time and they don't trust anybody else. They sit in my chair, I give them what they want, or before I give them what they want, I look at the hair and I can totally tell that it's not done by a professional. It's done by somebody who cut their own hair. And there's things that shows when you cut your own hair. There's things that you do because it's the best way to do it when you cut your own hair. And you can't see it, especially if you're not a barber, especially you're not looking for the things that we see. You don't see the things that we see. You're gonna leave it and think that, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's good right there. But when a barber sees it, it's not perfect. We can totally tell that you cut your own hair. That is the biggest thing why I don't think people should cut their own hair. The second thing is, I think that when you cut your own hair, it just takes so much work, so much effort. Like, you need three-way mirrors. You need to cut your own side. You need to be coordinated and cut while looking into the mirror. And then the back, I don't even know how people do the back at all. Like, I can imagine people doing it, but I really can't imagine the work that they put into it. It's so much work just to, like, go through the back and making sure it's even. You don't, like, when you feel something, if you're going really slow, you feel like you're all the way up there, but you're not. You know, like, if you're moving your hand up, you're not. Even on the side, you can see it, but then what happens when you go around the ears? You can't line up around your ears when you can't see where you're going. It just blows my mind that some people can do it, and it blows my mind that some people would rather do it than get their hair cut by a barber. Honestly, if you guys have never been to a barber shop or never been to a salon, you guys should, for the experience itself. Sitting in a barber chair, getting your hair cut by a barber that you trust or a barber that knows how to cut your hair is the best feeling. You sit there, it's relaxing. It's nice, you know, vibration of the buzzer on your head. You feel like they're doing a perfect job because they know how to do it. And it feels great. You're sitting there and you're getting your hair cut. It actually has a nice feeling to it. And I like that feeling. I like sitting in a chair and having somebody cut my hair. So I don't want to do it by myself. I get to ask that all the time. Do you cut your own hair? Because you're so good, do you cut your own hair? I don't have that kind of trust issue. I'll let you cut my hair. You mess up, no biggie. Next week, recut it. It's not a big deal to me. But I'm just not like that. I don't cut my own hair. I care about my hair, but I just don't I don't cut my own hair. So it's really hard for me to make a video for you guys of how to cut my own hair or how to cut your hair. There's a lot of good ones out there, I guess, and there's a lot of videos out there you guys can watch. I'm sorry, I just never made one. I do believe that someone else can cut your hair, and I made a lot of videos about that, and I will continue to make a lot of videos about that, how someone else can cut your hair. And I think that's the best way, because at least they can see it. So show them the videos that I made and show them how to cut the top that I have out there, and you guys can let them watch it for, you know, a few for videos, or watch it during the cut. I think that's the best thing to do, is watch the video while you're at home, watch it during the haircut, and then you can rewind it if you need. Oh, I'm stuck there, what can I do? Rewind the video, watch it that part, and then watch the next part when you're on to the next. So you continue doing that, and eventually, yeah, the first few times might take a long time, but eventually it's gonna take faster and faster and faster. And sitting in a barber chair, that's also the thing. Cutting your own hair actually takes a long time, like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how long you've been doing it or how good you are at it. So it takes a long time, and I hate getting a haircut that takes an hour or an hour and 15 or an hour and 30. I hate it. Like, from a pleasure, well, like from a fun moment to an annoying moment, all in the same chair. Just as long as you pass a certain time frame, it becomes annoying. It's like, hurry up, finish my haircut. The reason of that is I used to get my haircut at home by my brother, and hey, he did an amazing job back then. For someone who's never learned how to cut hair, yeah, it's pretty good. You know, he self-taught himself, never watched a single video, and he was able to cut any style I wanted. But the thing is, because he doesn't have a skill or anything knowledge about cutting hair, it takes a long time. And I would sit there in this hot garage, and it was sweating, and my butt hurts, and it's just, I wanted to get out of there. And so I told myself, if I ever learn how to cut hair, I'm gonna take it at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes in the same time frame, that same time frame, and make it the best haircut I've ever done in that time frame. Because once you pass that, it just traumatized me and remember, oh man, this is kind of long. That's why I'd want it 30-minute time frame. And I think that's the best. Like, it feels great. Anything longer than that's just too much for me, too much. But that being said, yeah, he didn't have any experience, and I thought it was an amazing job, and it really is for someone who doesn't know how to cut hair. So I looked at the picture now, and I'm just like, oh my God. It was not. There's a lot of things that are wrong with it, and I'm just like, wow, I really thought that was the best haircut I've ever gotten. Not to bag on him or anything, it's just has what I think now. It looks like insane. So when you cut your own hair, you think it looks amazing, but it might really not. So find a barber that can cut your hair, find a barber that can do what you want to have, and stick with that person, because it's pretty hard finding the right person, and every barber is different. Just because you think I'm good, I might not be the barber for you. So it's just, you just got to keep trying different barbers until you find that right one, and then stick with that person. That's going away from how to cut your own hair. Well, anyways, yeah, don't cut your own hair unless you're doing it for quarantine. Then you have no choice. Then if you do cut your own hair right now because there's no barbershop open, or no barbershop should be open, then cut your hair with a number 1 being the lowest, or a 1.5. Do not do a zero fade unless you have a lot of experience doing a zero fade on yourself. If it's your first time, do not do a zero fade. That is a hard haircut to do. Do a 1 or 1.5 or even a 2 if you like it like short, and bring it up higher. The reason why you bring it up high is because it's easy to blend. You just bring it up high, and then, you know, just forget the whole medium low fade thing. Don't try those. Just bring it up with a high fade. If you think it's too short, pop on a number 2. Bring in number 2 up a high fade, and then keep it up there, and then blend the top to it. That's the best way I can explain it to you guys of how to cut someone else's hair. Well, I hope that kind of helps a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain without having a person to cut. But maybe when this opened up again, I will show you guys. It could be kind of late. But anyways, if you guys do quarantine haircuts, don't go too extreme, because when all this is over, and I feel like it's about to end soon, when all these are over, you're gonna want to go back to your barber, and you're gonna want to have a hair that they can fix, that it's not too bad where they're like, oh my God, you need another couple months to grow out and fix this. That's the worst part. So don't do that. Don't mess up your hair so bad that we can't fix. And a lot of barbers can fix a lot of haircuts. So if you cut your own hair, cut it a little bit longer than what you usually have, because you only want it short now. Nobody's gonna see you. Everybody's at home anyways. So cut it a little bit longer than what you usually do, and don't go too extreme where we can't fix it. Other than that, you guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button and leave a comment below if you have any questions for me. You know I get to them, and I'll answer all of them. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.